It's another week. It's another Thursday. It's another. Don't forget to breathe. And straight away, you'll notice the trim. I can't remember when it was. It was a couple of days, a couple of weeks ago maybe, when I said I was going to grow my hair, let my hair grow out, because I was feeling that kind of a mood. But the other night, late in the night, late in the night, the beard was giving me a bit of a warmth issue, let's say. So I grabbed my clippers and I jumped up and I was just going to give my beard a trim, and I ended up doing the entire head. So yeah, this is how I feel normal. No matter how much I got an echo there in the kitchen. No matter how much I'd like to go back to my youth when I had hair all down my back, not on top of my head, just all down my back. No, as much as I'd like to go back to my youth and be that guy with the long hair and the goatee that came down here. Seriously, I looked fucking incredibly stupid, but like, there's no pictures because the ex-maniac apparently cut all the pictures up because she's an absolute fucking screwball, and people still believe her side of the story even though she's obviously mentally imbalanced. Yeah, so the plan of growing my hair out didn't last that long. Actually, I'm not very good at doing it myself, but I think I've done an okay job. Not a brilliant job, but an okay job. So, what have you been up to this week? Actually, today, my hands stink of bleach because I've had a day of tidying, doing housework. All my washing is done. It is all drying and rapidly drying as well, which means I've got a weekend of ironing to do, and it's not just the stuff that I've done today that I'll need ironing, it's the last lot of washing I did, which I was too busy, let's just use the right word, I was too lazy to iron, so I've got to iron all that over the weekends, which is always fun. It's the worst thing. I absolutely can't stand ironing. So my knees are a bit fucked. I was hoping to go and have a short bike ride along the coast, which is what I've been doing this week. I've been going along the coast when weather and my knees permit. So it's been like a few times. I think in the last 7 days I've been along the coast 4 times on the bike, which is good. It's good. It is good. If I don't get out tonight, I'm going to go hopefully get up early, and we'll talk about that in a second. Hopefully I'll get up early tomorrow, and I will scoot. I sold out there. I'll scoot along the coast early in the morning. It's always great. Either cycling early in the morning is bosh, or cycling late at night is bosh. Just because there's less maniacs on the road, or like I'm the only maniac on the road these times. Yeah, it would be nice to go in the morning, but like I said, I do have issues with getting up early these days, and it's something I probably need to go and speak to the doctor about, but I am it's getting too often where I'm awake most of the night, up and down the toilet. And when I say up and down the toilet, it's like half a dozen to like a dozen times a night. I don't even know. There's sometimes where it feels like it's only like 15 minutes apart. I don't know if I'm falling asleep, getting a little bit of broken sleep in between them or not. I don't know. the thing is, I no longer wear a Fitbit which used to track me sleep, which was great. I should actually get invest in another one. I actually broke my last one. Accidentally burnt it out by throwing it on, just coming in and throwing it on the side, because I was getting in the shower or something. I was doing something. There was one of the few times where I'd actually take it off, and so it must have been like going in the shower, getting in the shower. But I put it on the side, and what I didn't realise was it landed on its charger. Only the metal, because I bought a metal strap for it, and the charger, magnetic charger, which it fits, it sits on the back of the watch. It fits on the back of the watch and it charges the watch up. The metal strap got in between the casing of the watch itself and the charger. So the strap was in between, the metal strap was in between, and it fused it. I was sat there and I could smell burning. I couldn't figure out what it was that was burning, and when I came to look, I just fucking completely destroyed my Fitbit, which is a shame because it was a good piece of kit. I highly recommend them for people who are like worried about their general health. It does track an awful lot, especially if you pay the subscription. It does track an awful lot. It'd be nice to get that back again. What else? Yeah, so I need to go back to the doctors. I need to go speak to the doctors about this because it's getting a bit of a pain, and I don't know whether I'm getting enough sleep or not. Which then means I'm not getting up until like mid to late morning when I would normally be getting up at about 7 or 8. 8 o'clock would be sleeping for me, but yeah, we're talking at past 10, 11 o'clock now. So yeah, there's that. I'm actually fucking... Oh, that's nice. Good. Oh, that could be the issue. No, it's not the issue because it's outrageous. When I say like half a dozen, it's like a dozen times a night. I'm not exaggerating. It is that bad. So that'll lead me on nicely anyway to... I've got my notes, and it's actually the third of the notes that I've jotted down, which is the local social, who I've been on the phone to this week. I spoke to another new person, and I'm pretty sure it was hard to tell she's foreign lady. It was hard to tell a few times. I shouldn't feel bad about it, but there was a lot of times I didn't understand what she was saying to me, and I had to ask her to repeat herself again because I just couldn't. I just didn't understand what she was saying to me, which I get because being Scouse, I know people don't get my accent 100% of the time, but that's okay. That's really okay. So I don't know why I feel bad when I ask a foreigner to repeat what they said because I didn't understand what they were saying. Which, like, quick side note, and I seen this the other day on the socials, which this always wound me up, so I'll quickly run through it. But like, they were talking about accents and how people say things in like foreign accents, and then they come over to this country, and then you're expected to say how they say it, and like, fuck off. I mean, the biggest point I could make about that, the biggest example I could make about that was Ginola. When Ginola came to play for fucking Newcastle, and everybody called him fucking David. They asked him, how do you pronounce it? And he said David. And I'm like, he's fucking saying David, but he's saying fucking David with a goddamn fucking accent, so it's David. I don't go David. If I went to fucking, where's he from, France or wherever he's fucking from, and they say to me, what's your name? And I said, Mark, and they said, with a French accent, they said Mark. Mark, or however. I wouldn't correct them. I wouldn't go, no, you don't say it like that, you say it like this. I wouldn't fucking correct them, because that's how they talk. But it just pisses me off that foreigners expect us to fucking speak like them, to pronounce names or words like they do. And it's like, fuck you cunts. It just pisses me off. It just pisses me off. So yeah, anyway, I didn't understand what this one was saying to me half the time. I felt a little bit bad that like I had to ask her to repeat herself time and time again. But I'm sure she said to me that the next time I have in 2 weeks, because I'm back to 2 weeks now, in 2 weeks I'll have a different person talking to. You're supposed to get like one. The girl I was speaking to this week was my fucking fourth or fifth in 12 months. And I'm pretty sure she said to me that like I'll be getting a new person when in my next phone consultation. So anyway, I did actually say to her, because I put the appeal in against the DWP, and they're not the DWP, and I've been through all this before anyway. I put the appeal in, I'm still waiting for an answer on that appeal. So I said to her, what do you need me to do? Meaning, what is it? Because I'm okay, see, the deal is, the situation is, regardless of what the DWP or these contractors to the DWP say, and what the reality is two completely different things. I mean, I'm not going to get employed by anyone. As soon as there's a prospective employer finds out that I'm waiting on operations, they're not going to employ me. It's just that simple. Nobody's going to employ somebody who can't stay on his feet for longer than 20 minutes without needing a half an hour break. That's it. Anything outside of that, I mean, if they try to say that I'm lying, I'm going to sue them. In fact, they're going to have to tread very, very carefully for me not to sue them. Even if this appeal, even if the appeal, I get the correct response, the chances are I'm still going to speak to legal over it, because they called me a liar. I've actually got it on the fucking first letter that they sent me, which, by the way, I'm still waiting for the full fucking report. But on the letter that I did get from them, they said there is no evidence. So in the appeal, I sent them the evidence that they claimed didn't exist. I sent them the evidence I had. The evidence that they should have got themselves from my doctor was the x-rays from 2001 and last year 2021 and from last year 2024, the two sets of x-rays. They're there, they're not being hidden by anybody, they're there, the doctor's got them. So like, they claim to, or they should have spoken to me doctor. What the people I've spoken to about it say, the chances are, even if they have spoken to the doctor, they won't have fucking looked at any of the evidence the doctors give them. Anyway, so the girls at the social have told me to go against the DWP. When I asked what they needed from me, I was referring to, do they need me to supply job applications that I've gone for? Because I'll do that. I will update my CV on, I think it's on Reed or whatever, one of the job website things. And I will basically say in it that I'm waiting for operations, and I can't walk up and down stairs, and I can't stay on my feet for longer than 20 minutes, not needing a half an hour break. And basically saying, if you employ me, if you try to employ me, the chances are I'm not even going to turn up for the fucking interview, because I can't fucking walk that far. Unless the interview is in my fucking living room, or at the very least the house on the fucking corner. The chances are I'm not going to be able to get to the interview. We could do it over the phone, but the fact still remains, if you employ somebody who can't fucking walk up and down stairs and can't stay on his feet without needing a fucking long break, you're an absolute fucking idiot. I will do that. I will even apply for jobs that I'm not even qualified for, and I will do that. So I said this, I said, what do you need from me? Expecting that to be like, the answer. And what she said was, go back to your doctor and get a sick note. So they've been told by the DWP not to accept sick notes anymore, yet they're now telling me to go back to the doctor and get another sick note. So this is fucking crazy. It is crazy. I don't understand how this shit works. So when I wake up at a reasonable hour in the morning and I'm not fucking being blanked on the phone from the doctors, I'm going to phone them up and say, look, here's what they've said to me, here's what the DWP have said, here's what they've said. I need to know what's going on, what I should do, what they can do for me. Even if it is if I go back to the doctors and say to the doctors about this, being up all night, on and off the toilet all night, that will probably go in my favour. As I mentioned just before that I spoke to somebody about these DWP or these contractors on the assessment, and they said like things like needing to go to the toilet all the time. Okay, it's not throughout the day, but of the night. So I'll see what that brings. And also, which I wish I had known this because I would have fucking put this down first time around. If you need to write things down all the time, I've always needed to write things down. Always. Everything I do is wrote down. I had the guy come round to assess this place. He was smashing that. And I even said that I was telling him about the damp in the kitchen. That's been, not in the kitchen, in the bathroom, that's been there for fucking ever. Since I've moved in, I've been in here fucking nearly 15 years now. In the first year, I went through all kinds over this. I'm getting told by them that I would be taking days off work and losing out on pay, waiting for somebody to turn up, and they don't turn up. And this went on for weeks, and I kept on getting told, oh, you weren't told then, you weren't told then, you weren't told then. And I was like, I fucking did. I've got it wrote down. And I showed it. I even showed the lad, and I said, I pointed to my notepad, and I said, "There's your appointment. I've got your appointment wrote down there. The appointment there. That's the one for the back door." And I'm still waiting for him. He's actually said to me, "Shall I get onto him and I'll tell him to fucking get out and do the back door?" So yeah, everything gets wrote down because people are thick. So yeah, I've wrote everything down for fucking ages, but apparently that goes in your favour. You need to write things down to remember shit. Yeah, I do. And I'll go back here, show them about shit I wrote down. So yeah, there's that. Don't know what to do about that. Supposed to speak to the doctor and that's just it. And see what he says. See if I can, because I haven't seen my doctor since he referred me to the specialist, and I seen the specialist in November last year, and it was good. And I was waiting a couple of months, and I got put back once, so it was more like 3 or 4 months maybe. So, so probably midway, probably 12 months ago. Probably 12 months ago was the last time I seen my doctor. I've been seeing a nurse ever since, and I'm still waiting for the referral. Although I am absolutely not expecting the referral to come through until August. I know I've said that before. I'm convinced I won't get it until August. I'm not like as soon as August. I mean midway through August. I'm pretty sure at the top of my head on my NHS app, it said to be reviewed August 17th or 18th or something like that, and I'm assuming that's when the letter's going to get sent out to me. Yeah, so I don't understand how any of this works. I still keep on plugging on the best I can. doing as much exercise as I can. I mean, housework today is counted as the exercise I've done. I haven't been able to get up my bike. Hopefully tomorrow. So health-wise, that's where I'm at. I'm yawning now. I'm yawning now because like the chances are it's not long after 9 in the evening, and the chances are I'm going to be up until about 3-4 o'clock. I'll probably go to bed at about 1, but I'll still be awake at like 3 or 4 o'clock. No doubt, no doubt. Anyway, what else have we got down? Advertising algorithm. I've been on a conspiracy sort of frame of mind this week. Both things I'm just going to briefly talk about now, is both straight out of the conspiracy theory book. Algorithm, yeah, the internet algorithm. People are telling you all the time how your phone is listening to you and watching all your watching all your internet traffic, all them visits to Pornhub, all them visits to Pornhub are being spied on. I don't think so. I really don't think so. See, I used to believe that like if you mentioned something like walking boots. Now the theory is, now I've just mentioned walking boots now, the theory is the phone picks up on that, and like all the advertising aimed at me is about will be about walking boots and shit like that. And maybe hiking and camping and shit. Yeah. Do you know what the biggest advertising I'm getting? I'm a single bloke. I'm a blokey bloke. I have my trips to Pornhub. I am a blokey bloke. I'm single. It's so fucking obvious. Why is the algorithm highlighting female hygiene products to me? I'm serious. This is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting all the time. It's female hygiene products. So if we're being spied on, if they're looking at our data, and they're using the algorithm to try to sell us shit, then the algorithm's broken, because no lads, I don't need female feminine hygiene products in my life. I don't. I just find it stupid. So I don't think that's I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I think it's more likely that if you do a search, like interesting side note is that I've been a lot of the news I've been reading today has been politically charged, because there was an incident, and I don't want to talk about politics on this, so I'll just like quickly brush through this. But there was an incident in Epping where the news claimed, the news reported a week ago that an Epping male, had been arrested for indecently assaulting or indecent behaviour towards a schoolgirl. And that's what it said. It said an Epping man is what the headline read, and it turns out the Epping man was an illegal living in a migrant hotel in Epping. So he wasn't an Epping man at all. So the locals genuinely scared for the children, and it's been happening up and down the country, and it's also been happening across Europe as well. protested outside this migrant hotel. And of course, the fucking left-wing pro-child abuse lobby turns up somehow, organised this spur-of-the-moment fucking protest, which counter-protested by a group of arseholes that were organised. Somebody's paying for this shit, and somebody's on top of this. Somebody's on top of this. But the truth of the matter is, the British people are getting sick of it. They're getting sick. Ordinary parents, ordinary British parents are getting sick of these left-wing fucking anti-British value pricks turning up and accusing them of being racist scum. It's going to kick off. It really is going to kick off. But anyway, that's not what I really want to be talking about on here. And I've just completely sidetracked myself there. But yeah, so a lot of the stuff I've been reading today has been politically charged. And I can't even remember where I was going with that now. I can't even remember where I was going with that now. It's just fucking, it winds me up, it does, it just fucking winds me up all the time, because somebody's paying these people to fucking do this, and we're all, if you're white and British, you're a racist. That's their fucking mantra, seemingly. But like, people are wising up to it. These people got chased out of everything, and they wanted the police to protect them, expecting the police to fucking arrest the locals, but the police, which is mind-blowing, the police actually realised that like they were parents who were worried about the safety of the kids, so they escorted the left-wing shite out of the town. See, because they weren't local, they weren't locals. They were fucking. This is why it fucking winds me up that they just seem to turn up out of nowhere. They just. The placards, right? The placards, if you have a look at the footage, the placards, the locals had fucking cardboard boxes cut up with like fucking sticks and fucking gaffer tape to sticks, and fucking wrote in marker, close down the fucking illegals, get the illegals out of our town, and blah 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 blah. And that's what their placards were. The fucking left wing turns up and they've got fucking stenciled, perfectly made placards. Racist scum off our streets, as they fucking say. The cunts. Somebody's paying for that cunt. Somebody's paying for that. Somebody's driving the hatred in this country and the divide in this country. Somebody's doing it. Somebody's paying for it. Don't know who it is, but somebody's fucking doing it. Bollocks. I forgot where I was going anyway, so I'll just go on to like 3. The 3 is flat earth. Makes me laugh. Right, okay, so a few months back, they did I know this has been going on. There's a Mason man, a very old Mason man, grew up on the same streets and all shit like that, and I still speak to him over the internet. Great fella, and he was a year above me in school, and in the junior school he was in the football team with my older brother, and like it was a great team. He captained it, and even though I've never said this, I used to fucking idolise him when I was like 10 years old. I used to idolise him. I thought he was a great footballer. When they went into high school and I became the football team, I didn't play the same position as him. He was playing in midfield. I played at right back, and I would play how he'd play, like get fucking stuck in. Never been afraid of getting stuck in. Never. I'm fucking 54 next month. And I've never been afraid of getting stuck in. So yeah, he's a flat earther. He's a flat earther. Now I've looked into it. Curious. I looked into it. I was trying to see what all this was about. I mean, I thought it was an old thing. I thought it was something back from a few thousand years ago, when you would naturally believe that these people didn't understand that the world was round. I thought it was that old. It's not. It's fucking modern. It's a modern theory. See, here's the thing, and I make this point to any flat earthers that I'm discussing with online. The likes of fucking Plato and that, these philosophers knew the earth was round. Like over 2,000, 3,000 years ago, they knew the earth was round. And the reason why they knew the earth was round is through mathematics. And mathematics that I am not clever enough to understand, but they were, and they did know the earth was round through mathematics. And the flat earth is a modern theory based in Christianity. Like, that old great spoiler of everything scientific. Fucking religion. So anyway, what I say is, like, they've known that the earth is round for like 3,000 years. Who the fuck is keeping the flat earth secret that long? Because they claim that they're keeping a secret from you for reasons I don't understand. Why anybody would fucking keep the earth as flat a secret if the earth is flat. I don't fucking know. Really, well, why? It doesn't make sense. But the thing is, if they were, who's been doing it for fucking 3,000 years? It just doesn't make sense. But anyway, it's come back around again. A few months back, they did the was it called something like The Last Experiment or something like that, or The Final Say, or something like that it was called, where, and this had been on the table for some time, a bloke had said to some of the leading flat earthers, so by the way, some of these leading flat earthers have admitted in private that they know the earth is round, and the only reason they stick to the flat earth is because they're making money through revenue on YouTube videos and stuff like that. So it's like everything else, it's money based, it's a money grab. Flat earth used to be a religious thing, it's now a money grab. Anyway, the offer was on the table. Come to Antarctica and you'll be able to see the sun not set, proving once and for all that the earth is round, that we are living on a globe, because a 24-hour sun does not work in a flat earth, right? So eventually they go, a few months ago they go, and it was a big thing, he said, like, yeah, these flat earthers recorded the sun, 24-hour sun, all the way around, recorded it, 24 hours. The ones who didn't go, fucking slated them for it, and they said, look, like, we've seen 24 hours sun. End of. This is the end of the discussion. It's coming back. They're waiting for everything to die down, and it's coming back. The flat earthers have fucking peered up again and gone, have they forgot? Let's start making money again. That's what it is. I'm sorry, that's what it is. I've looked into it. It was surprising. It was interesting. Like I say, I expected it to be a very old theory from like thousands of years ago, and it's not. It's only like a couple hundred years old. It's modern in terms of humanity. It's fucking modern. It's a thing based in religion, based in the religious in particular, based in fucking Christianity, which is fucking the destroyer of all science. There's Christianity. There was a story, I can't remember which scientist it was, which philosopher it was. It was his mathematical equations and all that, and some monk or some fucking religious nut, let's say, had fucking wrote over it and they used like whatever it is they used, and they seen these algorithms and these equations and all that, and there was stuff that never even been seen before, never even thought of before, and it being hidden by religion, literally hidden by the religious stripe on top of it, and it literally put science back about 100 years, and they are only just fucking, I say only just, probably about 1990s, something like that, when this was discovered. So yeah, the literally fucking put science back about the 100 years they claimed. Talking about science being put back 100 years, let's quickly go to NASA, which have now decided that you can actually see the stars in the sky. Apparently, when you're on the moon, you can't see the stars in the sky. Yeah, I keep going backwards and forwards on the moon landings, you know. I do think something was faked. I do think something was faked, because it's just that the footage is terrible. The footage is awful. I have a theory. It's not what I believe. I believe something completely different. I do have a theory though, and to be nice, to be kind to NASA, I do have a theory. So, theory goes, you can get to the moon, but all the equipment that you need to record being on the moon doesn't work. Doesn't work on the moon. You can't, like, the phone call when the president, whichever president it was, phoned them up on the moon. Alright lads, how we going? You good? Is it made of cheese? You can't do that. He was on a fucking dial, handheld fucking dial phone. And we're meant to believe that went to the moon with no delay. Okay, they'll say to you, no, but it was like connected to, that was just for like for the cameras, but it was connected to a fucking transmitter that was connected to a fucking other that was beamed out up to there and beamed back. There was no delay. There was no delay. There should have been a delay. There was no delay. So just shut up. But yeah, there was things were faked. Things were obviously faked. I've even seen footage. Where they did actually fake it. This footage was where they were supposed to be, I don't know, within hours of the moon, and they were pointing the cameras out of the window in the module, pointing the cameras out the window, and you had the Earth, little shaky disc of the Earth in the distance. And like as the cameras kept on rolling, it was all like finished and they were over and all that. They actually took the fucking piece of cardboard out of the window, and the Earth was right there. So like what you were actually looking at was a fucking hole in the cardboard to make it look like the Earth was miles away. So yeah, things were faked. So my theory is, yeah, what would be the point of going to the moon if they found out they couldn't like record it? So all the footage was faked. So to be nice to NASA, they went to the moon, maybe landed on the moon. You don't know. Just all the footage to prove it was fake, and an awful lot of it was badly faked. Anyway, with that, I'm glad I don't put the comments on this, because I reckon that one I'll get fucking slated. Anyway, I'm out. We survived another week, just about. I can't believe it's been just over 12 months and I still don't know where I'm going. The only thing I know is that to fucking sort my health, get my health in order, which is what I'm doing. Outside of that, I haven't got a fucking clue what's going on. It's been 12 months and it's fucking getting a bit depressing. Getting a bit much. Anyway, I'm out. Look after yourself. Love you. Bye.